Hey friends, it's Amanda. Welcome back for more Hip Kit Club inspiration. Joining you today for the June monthly mood board challenge, which is this gorgeous mood board that you see right now, created by our gorgeous Kirsten. And I'm using the fabulous May hip kits. They've just arrived for me, so I'm super excited to get stuck straight in. I've got this fabulous photo of me with my son and my puppy walking on the beach. It was a bit of a rough day and I wanted to document the not so happy moments as well. So it wasn't a bad day, but just was a tough day. So I'm using all the B-sides yet again. I couldn't resist those beautiful blues. So I've got the Jenna Hadfield Reaching Out one, the Keeping It Real Chaos paper, the B-side of that, and then of course this gorgeous one from Obed, which is the Petals paper. They're all gorgeous together, aren't they? You can see already they're mimicking the ocean. And then I thought, why not do some fussy cutting? So I've got the Wonders paper from Paige Evans with those butterflies and another Keeping It Real paper from Pink Fresh Studio. And because these papers are so lovely, I wanted to really maximize them. So I cut my white cardstock to 5.5 inches, and then I went 4 inches on the next pattern paper, 3 inches, and then 2 inches. And then as you can see, I've machine stitched in 2 sections. And the reason is that I haven't put that last bit together yet. I want to create almost like, I want to tuck some pieces in and kind of like a pocket, but not too far, not too pockety, but I just wanted to have the effect of tucking pieces in and making the most of those gorgeous die cuts which you can see on screen and some of those fussy cuts from that Pink Fresh paper. And I thought rather than stitch everything down and then be limited with what I can fit in there, I just wanted to leave it separate and attach it in a little while once I've got a bit of a plan in place. So just starting, as I said, with those fantastic fussy cut pieces. Now, while it is the weekly challenge and we're working from the mood board, the design team were also asked to include a minimum of 4 pattern papers in their layouts today. So I think I've ended up with 5, so we're fine there. But you can see just the gorgeous combination of papers too. It's really, really lovely. So that's kind of where I'm leaning to with my layout at the moment. And of course, I've just picked out just 3 of the butterflies there. I don't want too many. I don't want to take away from the fact that it's a beach page and it's documenting. I don't know if you saw on that Pink Fresh paper, but there's a lot of keeping it real, take a deep breath, take one day at a time. Today's tough, and it's got that real, I guess we're living through a pandemic kind of vibe, but in a positive way too, that we can all get through this and we can all survive. And that particular photo was one of those days. We, like many families, have suffered quite a bit financially and emotionally with the impact of the pandemic. So it was just nice to go for a walk, clear my headspace and freshen back up. And I think the mood board, it had the word fresh and minimal, and it just made me think of coming back and taking that deep breath. And I've been meaning to document this story for a while because it has played on me that we've had, it's been a tough couple of years so far. So we'll do year 2 and it's still, we've had some major changes in our lifestyle. So I think it was just nice to come back and revisit this now and maybe start dealing with it. And what a great way than with scrap therapy, right? So coming in, you've seen I've just stuck those pieces in place now. So all my papers are now attached, and I could have left them as one big whole piece and layered them on top, but it would have wasted so much paper. And when the papers are this pretty, I want to hold on to them as much as possible. So just popping in that fussy cut one now. I will foam mount that Keeping It Real one. I think that needs just a little bit of lift, and I'll foam mount my photograph as well, I think. But I do love those horizontal trims. And you'll notice at the very top, the first sheet of paper I used, the Jenna Hadfield one, I actually left that barcode trim at the top because it's got that lovely polka dots print, and it just gave, it sort of was the final like trim of paper almost, because it's, we go from big to small from the base going up. So we've got that big white space, and then the pattern paper layers get smaller and smaller. And I thought that was a nice touch to have at the top of the page to trim it off. I've distressed the edges just a little bit. What a surprise there. But, I do love that little bit of gentle texture. And with such a fresh colour palette, I think it's really nice to have a little bit of that soft texture. So you've got your machine stitching. You've got a few foam mounted pieces. There's things tucked in. There's wings raised up. There's, the little palm tree die cut that you can see, which of course reflects the one in the mood board as well. But also that, that tropical vibes of summer. And I liked that word there. It said peace out, and I thought, oh, that could be quite good. It's got gold, and I feel like my page needs some gold because it's very, very cool and it needed warming up. But peace out just didn't seem right. Like, I liked the idea of finding peace. Like, it was a day where we went to the beach to find our calm and to, you know, reset all those nerves and do all those sorts of things. But it just didn't work. So I've left that to the side, but I did use 2 of the foam hearts instead because they are in my colour palette. And yeah, look, so many beautiful embellishments this month, just divine. So the May main and embellishment kits I'm using today, and honestly, can't get enough of them already. These are the puffy stickers from the Paige Evans Wonders collection. And they were these little tiny, just semicircles. And I thought, what if I buttered them together to create a scallop-like effect? So I'm just going to use the same ones in a repeat. I think you get 4 in each colour. So end up with a nice little scallop trim. And because it's that little bit brighter teal colour, really pops and draws you back into that photograph with the ocean and those beautiful beach tones. And you know, the Obed Marshall paper, that's just divine, isn't it? That daisy petals paper. Just, it couldn't be a better match for the colours of my photographs. So yeah, really simple but really elegant and lovely. Now, speaking of teal, how could I go past these amazing Keeping It Real alphas from Pink Fresh Studio? Oh my god, the colour is divine. And I wanted to keep my title real as much as the theme of my page, so I decided to pop in just the words some days, and I was going to put a better than others, but I just wanted to leave it as some days. Some days you just need to take it day by day. Some days are tough. You need to take a deep breath. All those reminder things. So needless to say, this scrapbook layout is actually for my album. Actually not one for the kids for a change. But I think that's important, isn't it, to have those reminders. More Paige Evans goodness here. How cute are these banners? Oh my goodness, they're divine. This one says today, and I think that works. Take a deep breath today. Yeah, in it goes. And again, just that same colour palette, but that tiny pop of gold. And you'll see in a moment, I'm going to start adding lots of gold just to warm the page up, because it's lovely and crisp and fresh, but it's so cool that I feel like it's missing that extra something and it needs that lift. And yeah, so just sorting through it. And I love these from the Jen Hanfield Reaching Out collection, these gorgeous embellishments. They're little golden frames. Yeah, and this one said hi, so I didn't think I'd probably use that one with that sentiment. So I decided to snip it into half. Yeah, look at that. And I've tucked them in to my little pocket pieces that I made, because again, it just ties in with that lovely arch shape that's being repeated on my page with the Pink Fresh Studio die cuts and fussy cut pieces. So I really like that. Just distressing my paper a little bit. I think I didn't like the colour tone coming through on the other side there, so I kept the bits where it tied in nicely, but otherwise I'm just, really making sure you can see those textural parts to my page and that everything is tucked in and popping out, so it is multi-layered and quite, quite interesting to look at. So gold things, all the gold things, and there was lots of gold things in the Reaching Out collection. I love the cardstock stickers. They're always a big favourite of mine, and I liked the idea of adding some more foliage. There's a lot of foliage featured in the mood board too, so I thought it would tie in nicely with that as well, but just needing that little pop of gold, just to warm the page up and make it not all the blues. It wasn't that blue the day. It did have some warmth, and there's always hope, isn't there? There's always sunshine, and when you've got a favourite place like the beach that brings you the calm, and we're so lucky to live on the coast where we are, so this is my place. This is what we do on good days, on bad days, on every day. We're down at the beach at some point, and it's really good for the soul, I think. Needing some more gold. I think we'll come in with some hearts as well, I think. So I'll start with the accent sticker ones, and then I'll pop on some of the Paige Evans puffy sticker ones, and you can see I've got a nice balance of left to right on my page. I've saved a spot for some journaling, but that will be for me just to remind myself to breathe. It's a little note to self coming on there. But otherwise, look, that's pretty much my layout today. I really hope you enjoyed watching my process come together. The May hip kits are absolutely divine. If you didn't snare one, I'm going to have the links in the description box below, as well as links for our new June kits, which are looking stunning. I can't wait for them to turn up. Lots of close-ups coming for you. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully you'll play along with the mood board challenge too. Happy Arty days. Bye.